Well, good Saturday morning, folks. Hope your all Saturdays are off to a great start and you got some great fun plans for the day. Me, before I get out and do anything, I wanted to drop a little video for Saturday's Stockman Stampede. That comes from that fine gentleman Terry over at Terry's Knives and Man Stuff. And if you watched my video from the other day, my Thankful Thursday, you know I was given a new Stockman. And that was over from JC over at JC's Mountain Jar. So if you haven't checked him out from that video, do pop over and check him out. The guy's got some pretty cool content going on. So today we're going to look at the knife he gave me, which is a Craftsman, old crafty little Stockman. And this one comes in, and we'll use our nice little case card we got from Georgia Adventurer. Comes in at right about 2 and 6/8 inches long. And from some of the kind comments I got from that video, I learned that this was likely a Schrade produced knife. And it is basically the same frame and whatnot used for the Schrade 350T Stockman. And basically when you look at it, you compare the two, it's exactly the same knife, just a different tag stamp and a different etching on the shield. But best I can find, it has nickel silver bolsters, brass pins, probably a nickel silver shield. It has, I believe, carbon steel back springs. As you can see, I've cleaned it up. I gave it a little spa day, but you can still see a little bit of patina on those springs. Everything is nice on it. Fit and finish is very nice. Now, it has a saw cut bone handle. Now, some discussions I saw said it was a bone handle. Others said it's a Delrin. I tend to believe Delrin. Just has more of that plastic feel to it. But very nice fit and finish. No issues with the transitions. Nothing jumps out to bite at you or anything like that. Comes with your standard clip point blade. Very nice springs on this one. Very strong springs. Very nice snap into the open. You've got your match strike long pull. And again, I tidied the blades up a bit. I didn't go too crazy with it. I still left some of that little patina in there. If you look right here, it's hard to catch. I'm just going to catch the light right. But I believe there's the remains of an etching of the model number there. If you look on the tag stamp, you can see you have Craftsman USA 9545 for your model number. No half stop, but a bit of a lazy half stop, which is nice. I come back to the half stop position, and it's there. It's not a full half stop, but there's enough tension that it. I like that because I like a half stop because I like it for the walk and talk, but I like it because it's a little safer to use too. Very nice snap on the close. Then next, you have your sheep's foot blade. No tag stamp on there. And you've got a nail nick on that one. Again, it's the laziest little half stop, but real nice snap to the close. And then finally, you have pen blade. Now, typically from my experience, and I'm certainly no expert on Stockman, you usually have on a larger model, a spay blade instead of a pen blade. Considering the size of this knife, unless you had a chipmunk farm, I don't think you're going to be spaying too many critters with this, so it makes sense that it would have a pen blade on it. You could try and spay a bull with a pen blade this size, but you're a braver man than I am. Again, the lazy half stop and a really nice snap on the close. For any concerned with measurements, Your spear point blade length comes in at pretty much bang on 2 inches, and probably 2 3/4 inches on your cutting surface. Your sheep's foot blade comes in at a length of right about 2.5 inches, and right around 1 1/3 for your cutting surface. And then finally, your chipmunk spare comes in at a blade length of about 1 1/3 inches and a cutting surface maybe just shy of 1 1/8 inches. So to me, that is just a nice little knife. Really good fit and finish, really nice solid springs. I find that surprising for such a smaller knife to me. From my experience, they tend not to have those nice solid springs, but this one has a really firm pull, real nice snap to the open, and real nice retention on that spring. So you can do some solid little bit of work with that and not worry too much about folding it on your hand. So there we have it for today. Now I have no idea the time frame this knife would date from. I could get some date ranges from a Schrade 350T, but where this one, the time frame this one was produced, I don't know. If anybody has an idea on that, please drop that in the comments below. But just a sweet little knife. And I'm not always a little knife guy, but I really appreciate this one because it's just well-made knife. Everything looks good on it. It's a 2-spring, and still they managed to get good blade alignment on it. I don't see any significant blade rub on your pen blade. You'll notice, you can see that right up by the tip. It seems to almost be scalloped out a bit there. So I'm assuming that's something they did to allow for the blades to nestle in nice together. They certainly seem to. They're all clear of the frame, and you don't see any significant blade rub at all. So that's a pretty well-made knife in my opinion. Anyway, I'd like to say thank you again to JC over at Mountain & Jar for sending me this knife. This one's going to sit proud in my collection, and I may even get some use out of this carbon steel. I'd like to get some patina on these blades, my own patina. So anyhow, if you liked the video, please consider tapping that like button. If you would like to see more, please consider subscribing and tapping that bell. And if you have any information you'd like to share on this knife, or just any comments in general, drop those down in the comments section below, and I'll be sure to get back to you. You all have an awesome, awesome Saturday, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.